Welcome to our 2024 Triathlon season preview. My name is Matt Menzl. Jeff Shawhan is my guest. He's the head coach, the interim head coach, back for his second stint now with this program. And let's begin there, just how excited you are to kind of get back into the coaching ranks, if you will.
Yeah, it was kind of nice. It was unexpected, and it popped up, and it's something that I've been still doing, teaching age group athletes or coaching age group athletes, and then switching over to the collegiate coaching again is sort of interesting and yet fulfilling. Or hopefully fulfilling. So,
I know you've probably been asked this question many times, and I know the sport's been here on campus for a good 8+ years now. But what is triathlon?
So triathlon is, let's go in the order that we go. So it's swim, bike, and then run. And the distance-wise is really important because collegiate triathlon is what's called a sprint distance. So it's like a 750-yard swim, then a 12-mile bike, and then a 5K run. Most people know about it's a 3-mile run or so.
When you look at a roster, I know right now you mentioned you have two. You're building that roster to get ready for this 2024 season. What do you look for in an athlete, or what type of athlete would go out for triathlon?
I think a well-rounded athlete works really well, but in terms of like racing and racing well in the NCAA level, a swimmer is kind of, if you have one or only one of the three strengths, a swimmer would be the best because it's a pack-driven event, so you have to get out in that lead pack and coming out of the water, and that good order pays off definitely.
You know, you're looking, and we talk about the type of athlete you're looking for. How about from a practice standpoint as you prepare for this season? What would a typical practice look like with, again, so many different maybe strengths for an athlete involved?
Sure, some of the days are single days where they'll just do one single sport, and then some days they're combining sports. Combining a sport would be like, they call it a brick, and that combination a lot of times ends up being a bike and run because you want to get them used to getting off the bike and then sort of getting their run legs underneath them once they get off the bike. So it's a little bit longer bike and then a shorter run afterward. And then the rest of the week is really split up between dedicating one focus on one particular area and then one day a week where they have rest day.
How about for you? We talk about, okay, from a coaching standpoint, but how did you get involved in this sport in the first place?
I started triathlon probably 10 years ago. I saw a friend of mine that had an Ironman bag, and I thought, I want to do that. I'd never seen that on television. I thought, I want to do the Ironman. And then next thing I know, I end up doing 15 Ironmans. I raced at 2 world championship levels, the one in Kona where everybody sort of equates the sport of triathlon with is that race. So, and raced that basically twice. So, yeah.
For someone like you, obviously the first time, I'm guessing there's all kinds of challenges. Does it get a little bit easier as far as your body getting used to what it goes through in a typical, triathlon event?
I'd say so. Most of the time when I'm done with my workouts, my body's a bit sore, but when I wake up the next day, the soreness is gone and you're ready to go at it. I basically go 7 days a week. I don't really get a day off. Maybe once a month I'll get a day off as a rest day where I feel the fatigue build up in my body and I know it's just time to sort of back it off for a day.
To wrap it all up and looking back at the here and now for 2024, how do you go about just scheduling and what does the schedule look like as far as competition? Anything close? Is it you have to really travel to find competition? How's that work?
Yeah, so what happens is you have to be linked up with other schools. There have to be other collegiate teams participating in the triathlon. So right now the schedule, we have 4 races on the schedule. They would be in Clinton, Iowa, Springfield, Missouri, and then we head to the national championship, which would be in Florida this year. Ooh. And the first one we start out the year with, we're going to do a double, which means we'll do a splash and dash race on Friday, and then on Saturday do the full triathlon, which counts as 2 races, which gets us into our minimum amount of schedule that we have to race it for. So.
Well, Coach, appreciate the time. All the best here in your second stint now with the program.
Yeah, so looking forward to it. It should be fun. So.
And for more information, check out CUWFalcons.com.